Welcome to Chamber Chat. I'm John Tare, President and CEO of the Boulder Chamber, and I welcome you to our bi-weekly conversation with leaders in our community who help support our businesses, lift our economy, and generally make our community special. Nothing makes our community more special than baseball, and that is our local baseball team, the Boulder Collegians. And today we're going to have a conversation with the president and field manager, Tony Rucco, who's going to talk to us about how the Boulder Collegians are setting up for this year and get excited about the season ahead. But before we have our conversation with Tony, just a few announcements from the Boulder Chamber. So first of all, the candidates, the issues, your county. Yes, we're going to have the Boulder County Commissioner candidates and Sheriff candidates debate, and that's going to be on June 2nd. So it's coming right up. It's going to be from noon until about 2. Don't have to stay for the whole thing, but we're going to have lunch served, so make sure stay comfortable, and we're going to have interesting dialogue about the issues that are important to our businesses that our candidates and our sheriffs deal with on a daily basis, and make sure you are educated about their positions on the issues. So make sure to sign up soon because it's going to sell out. That's on June 2nd. And then we also have a very special Business Women's Leadership Group event, and that's on June 8th, and it starts at 8 a.m. to 9:30, and it's in recognition of the federal holiday Juneteenth. And we're going to be talking about the history of slavery in our country and how it's impacted our country from equity issues, and how we as individuals can help address those issues and help to build diversity, inclusivity, and equity in our communities and take action. So make sure to sign up for this very special Business Women Leadership Group event. That's on June 8th. And then we have our quarterly ETC, that's an Employee Transportation Coordinator event. That's our quarterly luncheon, and that's going to be on June 9th at 11:30 to 1 p.m. Virtual event, and it's an opportunity for all business leaders to learn about how they can support their employees and the workforce in their commutes to work on a daily basis, and even for yourself personally, because we want to make sure that we are making those commutes convenient, but also think about other values like environmental sustainability in your commute pattern. So make sure to show up. That's on June 9th. That's a virtual meeting, our ETC quarterly luncheon. And then finally, but not least and relevant to our conversation, we have a very fun business after hours with the Boulder Collegians baseball night. And that's going to be on June 29th from 5 to 6:30, just before the game here at Scott Carpenter Park at the field where the Boulder Collegians play their baseball. And so we're going to rally, get together, have some great networking time, and get ready to root on our local baseball team, the Boulder Collegians. Which then brings me to my conversation, Tony Rucco. So Tony is the new president of the Boulder Collegians, and he's taking over a team with great roots in our community. And I know that he has exciting plans for the future. So I'm going to ask you, Tony, can you just tell me just a little bit about the history of the Boulder Collegians in our community?
Sure. In the 60s, a guy named Boulder Muschetti, who owned Wasteland Liquors, started the Collegians. Baldy was infamous for going around the country and getting the top college players. So he built a powerhouse in the 70s and 80s, actually the 60s and 70s, which the Boulder Collegians was the place to play. Over 100 Boulder Collegian players went on to major league careers.
Oh my gosh.
We probably there's 3 Hall of Famers that I know of. So, I mean, you're talking Tony Gwynn, Joe Carter, Joe Madden, Terry Francona, Bob Horner, Steve Busby, Bobby Meacham, Greg Riddick, who managed the Padres, who played here, and he's still around and comes to games. And you got Tom Wheeler, who's an associate scout for the Brewers now, who's in town. He played for the Collegians. So
exciting.
It's exciting. In fact, 2 of our players from last year went on to win their league MVPs, one in California and one in the Midwest.
Oh my gosh, so great history baseball roots in our community, leading to then folks going on to great National League
Exactly,
careers.
Yep. And in addition, there's a player who I learned today that recently went through the Collegians programs, coaching the Dodgers organization.
Oh wow.
So this program alone has produced all kinds of baseball umbrellas throughout the country.
That's exciting, Tony.
It's very.
Yeah. So tell me, what is your thinking about this season? What makes it unique and special for the Boulder Collegians?
So this year, we were fortunate enough to get some Boulder kids back. Our starting outfield will all be Boulder kids that are coming back to play in this program.
Huh.
We also have, we will be the first organization in Colorado to have a Japanese player at the collegiate level.
That's wonderful.
So, and we also have a girl playing for us for 10 days this summer that is from Australia and who's on a baseball scholarship in Washington State.
How interesting. So there's now more development of women in baseball.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And I love that we're at the forefront of it.
Yep.
So let me ask you, if you're thinking about the future vision for the Collegians, what would you want to communicate to our Boulder community and Boulder business leaders?
Well, the plan is Boulder's got a great baseball base in both of the little leagues and with the Bison and their high school programs. We would just like to build a substantial powerhouse based on local kids that can just come in here and compete with any team in the country.
Cool. I love that vision. And I also know that it's a great sport for supporting our businesses.
Right.
Explain some of that.
So basically, we're a member of the Commerce, and what we're trying to do is reach out to local businesses here in Boulder, to like Avery Beer sponsoring us this year, donating beer. We're trying to get a local transportation company to help us out and take us to games out of state.
Yep.
Trying to build up that sponsorship here so we can put banners all along that outfield wall with Boulder businesses.
That's exciting. So it's a great opportunity not only to support the Collegians in baseball here in Boulder, but also to build your business marketing image.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Well, Tony, I am totally excited about the Boulder Collegians baseball season. I know that for our business after hours, I'm going to be throwing out that first pitch, which, I'd say 50-50 chance I get it all the way to the plate. But I know that this is going to be an exciting season with really interesting new dynamics in terms of the player makeup, but also in terms of your management of the whole organization.
Yep. And actually, we changed the logo, so we actually got the flat irons on our hat. It's incredible stuff we got this year. We changed uniforms. We go back to basics.
Beautiful.
And we changed the logo, which everybody loves.
All right. So I'm immediately old school with this hat. But I will say this, that I'm looking forward to getting out there, so make sure to go online, register for some of those great baseball games and for our business after hours. And Tony, I thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
On Chamber Chat. And so that ends it, but I'll say we'll see you next time on Chamber Chat.